Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here. Just going to do a quick initial impressions video of this GECO ammunition. I've got 4 different calibers, but they have it in all sorts of different calibers. I've got 38 special, 223, 7.62 by 39, and some 22 long rifle. And this is very inexpensive ammunition all across the board. I haven't shot it yet. I do plan on taking these different calibers out and shooting them, testing them in my different guns. But this is just kind of an initial impressions video. So let's start with the 38 Special. This is, let me see if I can find it on the box. This is 158 grain lead round nose. So pretty basic standard 38 Special. They come 50 to a box. I've only put about 50 rounds through my 38 Special to begin with, but and those were all jacketed. So I don't know how much this will like lead up the barrel. I don't even know if I've cleaned my 38, to be honest with you. I haven't shot it in so long. But anyway, that's the 38 Special. Again, comes in 50 rounds to a box. Just simple 158 grain lead round nose. Just kind of your basic 38 Special load. I think they may also make this in a jacketed and maybe even a hollow point version. I don't know. They do have 357 Magnum as well, and I think this was like $19 for this box, so pretty on par with some other brands like Winchester, maybe $1 or $2 less, but you know, pretty standard price there. Next we have 223 Remington, and these come in 50 round boxes. They're actually stripper clips, 10 round stripper clips. I'm not going to open this box just because I don't want to have to tear it open. But yeah, so there's 50 rounds on here, all in stripper clips, and this was like $18. They also have this same ammunition only in 5.56, again with the stripper clips, and you know, for less than $20, I think that's a pretty good deal. Next, we have what I think is probably the best deal out of all of them, and that's the 7.62 by 39. So most 7.62 by 39 ammunition that you come across, whether it's Tula or Wolf or Herders or whatever, it's going to be some sort of a steel case. This is actually brass case, and it's also boxer primed. So if you wanted to reload your ammunition for your AK or your SKS or your Mini 30, you can do that with this ammunition. And for a box of 20, it's only $7.49. At least that's what I paid. Online, I think you can get it for like $7 a box from like sgammo.com, and there's probably several different websites that sell it as well. I got all this at Rural King. I don't really like having to spend, you know, so much money for shipping when I can really only afford to buy a couple of boxes at a time. So I just typically buy all my ammunition from the store. But yeah, I got this for $7.49 a box at Rural King. I got 4 boxes, and I plan on testing this in my Mini 30 and my AMD 63. And you know, I'm going with brass case because I do want to reload this eventually, and also in a Mini 30, brass case is pretty much what you want to shoot if you want it to be reliable, because Mini 30s, they don't like steel case ammunition. You know, steel case ammunition has those hard Burdam primers, so I'm just going to stick with brass case for both my Mini 30 and my AMD 63. And again, for $7.50 a box, that's not that much more than steel case ammunition. You know, typically brass case 7.62 by 39, that's going to cost you like $10, $15, maybe even $20 a box. $7.50, that's a pretty good deal. If you want to get some brass case 7.62 by 39, I would recommend going with GECO. And the last ammunition we're going to talk about is the 22 long rifle. This is the semi-automatic version of the 22 long rifle. They also have a target version of this same ammunition. I'm not sure what the difference is. One thing that's really cool about this packaging is you do have these little cutout things here for your thumbs to open it up. It just makes it a little bit easier. And again, just like with the 38 Special, this is pretty standard. It's 40 grain lead. So pretty standard there. So, you know, 22 long rifle, you're typically talking about like 32 to 40 grains, either lead or copper washed bullet. This is lead. I think the target ammunition is also lead. Has kind of an interesting, let's see if I can focus on this. Has an interesting head stamp. So it's like a little shield with an R on it. That's not a head stamp that I've ever seen before, so that's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure where this ammunition comes from. I'll have to look it up and annotate it, but it's not, you know, this is an American-made ammunition, but it is very cheap, and from what I know, it's actually pretty decent ammunition, you know, kind of like ZQI or some of those other ammunitions that you can actually get for a pretty good price. So anyway, I paid like, I don't know, $5 or $6 a box for this back when 22 long rifle was a little bit harder to come by. When I went to Rural King the other day, these were going for like $3.99, so $4 for a box. And they also have this in bricks, so you know, and they're individually packed in the bricks too. So you know, you get a big box, and in the big box it comes in these little boxes here. I didn't really pay attention to how much that cost because I was buying different ammunition at the time. But you know, for $4 for a box of 50, that's not bad. And I mean, you know, that's going back to a couple years ago when 22 long rifle was pretty easy to find. So you know, $4 for a box, that's pretty good. So anyway, that's my initial impressions of this GECO ammunition. Again, I am going to test all of these different rounds in my different guns. I'll test this in my Taurus, and then I'll either test this in my ARs or my Mini 14. I'm gonna test out some of the 7.62 by 39 in both my Mini 30 and my AK. And then, I don't know, I'll probably test this 22 long rifle out in my either my Model 60 or my 795 or maybe even my 1022. I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've actually shot pretty much any of these guns. Anyway, so far it seems like some pretty decent ammunition for a pretty decent price. I'll also probably get myself some 45 or some 9mm or something and just, you know, try all this different ammunition out and all my different guns and, you know, tell you guys what my results are. So anyway, subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.